The emergency fund is a very key component in your ability to pay off debt. It helps you begin relying less on the debt and more on your budgeting and your income to help you out. So my thoughts are that you should get your emergency fund as part of paying off debt. You should, while you're paying off debt, you should have that $1,000 starter fund. But then once your debt is paid off, then you should follow the 369 rule. The 369 is, of course, the amount of months of income that you should save up. Now, my thought on this is others will say 369 of your expenses, of what you need, just your bare bones needs. I prefer the idea of whatever your income is, whatever's coming in, even for what you've got for luxuries, what you've got for your wants, savings, all of that. I think that should be your base on that 369. So who should save how much? Well, a 3-month emergency fund is good for when you're starting out, when you're some of these criteria are if you're a renter, if you don't have dependents, if you've got a steady paycheck, and if you've got a solid safety net. Now, the reasons on those is if you're renting and some sort of major emergency happens with the house, it's your landlord that should be taking care of it. If the AC goes out, you call them up. If there's a leak, they'll get their insurance company to come fix it. That sort of thing. So you don't have as much to worry about the house. Dependents, if you don't have any dependents, it's just you. So you can reduce your needs as much as possible to ensure that your emergency fund lasts longer. And then the safety net, that includes like friends and family. That includes ensuring that if you do lose your job or something bad happens, you've got a place you can go. If you lose your house, you got a place you can go, friends you can stay with, family will let you in. If you've got a good car, that's part of your safety net, ensuring it's well running, ensuring that you can get to and from work, that you can get around, and then having the good backup plan, knowing what's going to happen if these emergencies come along. That's a key component of making sure you've got all that covered. Now, moving up to 6 months, some of the criteria that pushes you from that 3 to 6 months is if you do have dependents that may need more to see them get from month to month. If you've got a mortgage, if the house is your responsibility, so that if those emergencies do come up, you're the one that's having to pay for that. And also, if you've got 2 steady paychecks coming in. So as part of those dependents, if you've got a partner or a spouse, so your needs are more because you're a couple, you're a family, you've got a larger need base for needing a larger emergency fund. So there's a lot of different scenarios. If you're single income with kids, that qualifies for the 6 months because you've got those dependents. If you're 2 single folks, but then you've got a house that you're responsible for, having that 6 months of income, it's not necessarily for if you lose your income, but it's for those large ticket emergencies that come along. You've got to replace the roof. You've got to fix the AC. You get into a car accident and your car insurance takes forever. Believe me, I understand that one. They take forever to get your car fixed and you've got to get a rental. That's what that larger emergency fund is there for, is to help you with those. Also, if you're self-employed, and you're not certain on that income coming in, that'll help with that. So now 9 months is for when you've got irregular income or high risk elements in your life already that show that not necessarily will it be an unknown emergency that comes up, but if you have those come up regularly. So if you've got somebody, if you are self-employed and you're just getting started, having the 9-month emergency fund can help you weather the storm when you're first getting started. If you've got some sort of medical risk, that you've got big medical bills that come in periodically, having that larger fund will help you cover that. Now, I would assume that, hey, if you do have those large bills, you've got a way to take care of those. Hopefully, you've got insurance. Hopefully, you've got an HSA. But a lot of times, you've got to go out of pocket for a lot of things and wait to be reimbursed. So that larger emergency fund can help you with those. So handling all of those larger high-risk items is what you're going to need that 9 months for. Now, each of these, the 3, 6, 9, they're general guidelines. You may believe, hey, maybe you need 4 months or 7 months or 10 months or even up to a year. Whatever you believe you need to help you feel comfortable, that's where you should sit. So that's the guidelines will help get you started, but your comfort zone is where you need to end up so that it can help reduce the stress in your life.